Hi, I'm Lily Dawson, and I am Asian American. I was adopted as a baby from China, and I have been here ever since. And in recent years, I found a phrase that it perfectly captured how I've been feeling, and it's called "and it's in between." I don't. There are times where I don't feel Asian enough, and times that I don't feel American enough. So I'm just feeling in between. And so growing up, I didn't find a lot of books that I saw myself reflected in. But we live in a great time where there are more and more diverse books coming out and written by um, own voices authors. And so today I just want to share some of those books with you that have Asian American protagonists and their Asian American identities are a big part of their story. So I'm going to start off with American Born Chinese by Jean Luen Yang. And it is a graphic novel that follows three different storylines. There is Jin Wang, who is the new kid at school. We have the Monkey King, which is a famous tale in Chinese culture. And then we also have Danny and his cousin Chin Ki. And these are three different storylines that seemingly don't have anything to do with each other, but they will eventually come together in an unexpected way. This story is kind of realistic in that some of these things could happen, but there's also this fantastical element or element of fantasy because there is the Monkey King and these stories come in together. So this is a really great book. Next up is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. In this story, Frank is in love with this girl named Britt, who is white, and that doesn't bode well for his parents because they want him to fall in love with a Korean girl. His friend Joy Song is also in the same position with her parents. So Joy and Frank start fake dating to appease their parents. And we when you read this, you will see how well that goes for them. And maybe Frank will learn a thing or two about love along the way. Next up, we have Displacement, and it is by Kiku Hughes. This is a story of her experience learning about her family's history with the Japanese internment camps. It's a graphic novel, and it's kind of got some fantastical elements in it because she is on vacation with her mother in San Francisco when suddenly she is displaced, and this displacement is where she gets taken back in time in the 1940s when her great-grandmother was relocated to one of the Japanese internment camps. And her story is where she keeps getting displaced until she is stuck in the 1940s. And she gets a lesson that about what it's like to live, what it was like to be in the Japanese internment camps that isn't taught in school. So this is a really awesome nonfiction book, but it has a fantasy element to it. All right, this next book that I don't have the physical copy, but I have the book cover here. It's called The Magic Fish by Trong Lin Win. And it is about Tien, who is a boy who really loves fairy tales and stories, and he loves sharing them with his parents. He has a close bond there. But he's having trouble finding the right words to express himself, and he wants to come out to his parents that he is gay, but there's no Vietnamese word for that, and so he's struggling to figure out how to communicate with his parents. And so through the story, he uses stories and fairy tales that he loves to communicate with others. And I think this is a beautiful story where we just find how interconnected we are and how important stories are. So this is a really great graphic novel to read. All right, this last book is Love from A to Z by S.K. Alley, and it focuses on Zainab and Adam's cute meet love story at the airport. So Zainab is a Muslim girl who is, like, every day this teacher is saying that all Muslims are bad, and obviously that's not true, and she confronts him about it, and unfortunately she gets suspended over it, and so she starts her spring break a little early and takes a trip to Doha, Qatar, where her aunt lives. Also at the airport is Adam, and he has just been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and he's trying to keep that hidden from his dad because that was the disease that his mother passed away from. So he is also on his way to Doha, Qatar to see his family. And they both see that they're on the same flight, they have the same journals, and so this is how their relationship starts. So pick up this book if you want to read a cute little romance, but also see how close family ties these two characters have. It's a very character-focused story, so if you want to connect with these people, this is a great book to pick up. And I hope that you enjoy these recommendations, and let me know if you read them and how you like them. Have a wonderful day.